What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival. Things are going according to plan here. I think we're doing pretty well on Omicron. There's a few things that I left that I want to do before we make a spacecraft and we get the hell out of here and take a look at space. But for right now, the time has come for us to cannibalize the ship and move to a different location. I think that's going to be our smartest decision. And so since we have the ability to actually produce things over there again, I think that for right now, this ship is no longer like directly useful to us anymore. And so I'm going to leave it functional for right now. I'm going to let it like run. I need to make another cargo box, by the way. I added a cargo crate to the back of our ship. As soon as this is done crafting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash as much of this into my inventory as I can. I'm going to throw it into the cargo crate on the back of the truck. We're going to take it over to the other base. We're going to reassociate everything. Basically do a little bit of inventory management and just kind of like relocate ourselves into a better spot. And so here we go. I think I'm going to grab all of that right there. I haven't even processed all my iron ore. My god, I have so much random stuff in my inventory right now that it is unbelievable. We got the scaffoldings right there. Oh, good. I was actually kind of worried this was going to take us like more than one trip and it was going to totally suck if it did. Don't really need more assault rifles. I will take all the sprouts though because I don't know how much planting I'm going to be doing in the near future. But it'll probably be useful. Since it's nighttime, I'm going to bring the work lamp too. I got a fill and flatten charge right there for some reason. And then I already tore down the other side of the ship. I already tore off some of the boxes right there to get the control parts so that I could build more boxes. There's our little storage box right there on the back of our craft if you're wondering where I put it. It's a bad spot for the long term, but it was the least offensive looking, so for right now I kind of just put it right there. Later on it'll probably be attached to the side somewhere, but who knows. I'm hoping I'll actually be able, what I really hope is that I'll be able to mount this vehicle on another vehicle and take it out into orbit with me so that if I get to another planet I can just bring my own GV along with me and just like deploy it. I don't know if that's actively an in-game option yet, but it would be one that would make me happy, that's for sure. That would be super swell. And so what do I have in here? All of my building blocks are in here. I do need those, though. I will need all of this stuff. That looks good. Let's take this crate right here. We're going to take it inside. We're going to store things up right next to our production area so that I can actually get things filed into where they go. After that, we're going to go on a Promethium hunt. I've heard that there's a big Promethium farm out there, but I wanted to have guns on my vehicle first before I did anything dangerous like running up against enemy bases. So for right now, let's flip this bad boy on right here. He is a bad boy, believe me. He's been kicked out of multiple schools for generators. He is not allowed. He is someone that you really just don't want to mess with. I'll put that crate right there. This is just going to hold random knick-knackery. It's not really going to hold, like, anything super useful. It's just going to hold, like, everything that isn't required for producing other stuff, which seems to be just about everything we have in right now. We'll throw you in there. That looks good to me. Everything looks perfectly fine there. Yep. Got bullets, got medkit, you can go in there. Rocket, you can definitely go in there. I don't need a rocket in my pocket right now. I don't even have a rocket launcher. Wish that I did, but I don't. This is turned on. What is that right there? An interior light? That's pretty dope because I need like a bunch of those like right now. Let's go ahead and drop in all of our ingots first because that makes it easier for me to see what I'm working with when I play the game. I hate it when my ingots are like mixed in and down at the bottom because really that's one of the few things that I look at when I'm trying to craft. I would also like to have ores and things like that after it. Sounds good to me. Not that. Get out of here. Nobody loves you. Nobody loves you and nobody wants you. I was able to make enough silicone to where I think we'll be able to work for a little while. I think I should probably produce some glass plates or something. I'm not completely sure what I want to do here. And then after that, we'll put in all of our electronic parts. I do wish that this inventory right here was a little bit easier. You know, honestly, it's one of those things where it might be better just to have a readout on this side, just a suggestion, a readout on this side that just has in text what you have in the box, because I'm constantly cycling through trying to be like, how many metal pieces do I have? How many motors do I have? If they just alphabetized it on this side with the number that you have in your inventory, I think it would actually be a little bit easier, and it wouldn't affect this. You could leave this here for the people that like to have a GUI or whatever, but I think it'd be nice if it just had a little expansion right here, since it already takes up most of the screen anyways on 1080p. They might as well make it a little bit larger and just have like a text readout of all the stuff that you have right there. I don't know, just a little thought that I had. Sometimes I have thoughts. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're bad. Okay, most of the time they're bad. I think I'm giving myself too much credit right now, but you know what? Never take chances when it comes to assigning your own credit score. I'm like, 970. Is that even possible? Can you, like, do you have to be like a country to have a credit rating that high? Like a major multinational corporation. We have an oxygen tank right here. I do think that's a wise idea, and we do need an oxygen station. So, with the stuff that we have remaining, for the oxygen station, I need 3 computers and 5 cables. So 3 computers. Where are the computers at? 5 cables. There we go. Make a bunch of cables. Computer, where are you? I love you, computer. Would you like to hang up with me? There it is. I mean, like, I don't know, like 5 of those. Sounds good to me. How many cables does it take to... Damn. See, the problem is that, like, everything you make in this game leaches parts. Like, the end, like, when you make the final product, it takes parts. When you make, like, the intermediate things, it takes parts. So, like, you'll take control devices, metal components, and cables and electronics for that right there. And then once you make the final product, it'll take even more electronics and cables and components and stuff like that. We need to work on plug and play. Make everything plug into either, like, a 20-pin or into, like, a SATA, and we'd be good. Because then it would cut down on what we needed on a lot of this stuff. Right now, I feel like we're just jimmy rigging everything together with duct tape because everything requires more parts than I have. Alright, so what is that? A power coil? That sounds awesome. That seems super badass. Can we use that to make a Tesla coil and zap people Command and Conquer style? Zip. That was one of my favorite weapons in Command and Conquer. I really, really, really like Tesla coils. They are the stuff. No, no, I need 5 metal. Damn it, it said that I had the stuff. That was before I crafted the last thing. I need metal components, so I'm going to go, like, all in on that right there. And then we get 20 out of that. And then what else did I need? This game, I swear. Sometimes there needs to be a button, too, where you click, where it crafts all the intermediate parts, and then crafts this, too. That would be the stuff. That would be one of my favorite things in the entire world. Just things that I think about when I play the game. We also need oxygen tanks. That looks like it's going to take a control device. So let's go. I try not to do these on camera because actually the building process in this game is a little bit tedious. It would be a lot easier if they just added a button where you clicked on this and it was like craft part, or if you crafted on the final thing, it would just go through and like craft it from all the stuff that you have, assuming that you have the stuff available in the first place. We need glass plates as well. So I'll probably throw in like 15 of those so I can turn on some lights. And once it's illuminated in here, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with the way things are going. Sorry about that. There's a knock on the door, and I don't feel like walking to the post office. The post office, it's like... The post office is the perfect distance away to be inconvenient to walk to. It's like 4 miles away. If I had a bike, it wouldn't be that bad, but I don't have a bike, because keeping a bike in this neighborhood is like the most difficult thing on earth. Seriously, bikes disappear. Like, it is crazy out here. It is just like, you better put your bike on the back of a milk carton before you even buy it, because that should be gone quick. Leave it in your backyard, chained like 1,000 times to the pole, and they'll still just take like all the handle guards off and everything, just butcher the whole thing. Leave it in fragments. On the plus side, that did buy you all a little bit. What are these right here? Oh, you can do... Wait, what? Oh, you can put in like carpets and stuff? Oh, man, I wish I had known that before I made interior blocks. That sucks. Man, I mean, it's awesome that that stuff is in the game, but it sucks that I didn't know it. Alright, so I need air tanks too so that I can refill my O2 over here. So we have our oxygen station. I need my O2 tank. Once that's done... Where's my oxygen station? Dude, I know I built one. Oh, y'all are so janky right now. This is so upset. Yep, this game needs to... If you left click it, it just crafts this. If you right click it, it crafts it and like all of its constituent parts. That would be amazing because crafting in this game... It's like you can sit down... And you can just like make 20 of something and just not worry about it, so you don't have to craft it for a while. But I never quite do that. I always craft exactly what I need to get anything done. I need control devices too. Let's make like 10 of those. I'm just trying to build like a whole bunch of things that I will just have now, and I don't need to worry about it anymore, so I can build more stuff. This was not how I planned for this to go, by the way. I think that I should probably... Can you put those on the floor? That'd be kind of cool. Although putting them in the ceiling recessed would be kind of badass too. Spotlight cube. Let's just make a couple wall lamps for right now. I think that if I can make... How many components do I have? Do I have enough metal components for this to work? Good. I have enough. That makes me happy. Once those are done, we'll have our lights and we'll be ready to go. What else was I going to craft in here? How fast is this going, by the way? It's not going, like, super fast. But it's going fast enough to where I can tell we're going to need promethium or something in order to make this work. Do I have anything that can process right now? Also, do I still have things... Oh, no, my inventory's empty as hell. So, I think my grow lights and stuff must be out inside my vehicle. Let's go get those real fast. I know I brought them. Oh, shit. Yeah, that probably hurt. That was an accident, and for once I didn't have my jetpack on, so this is what happens. I get lazy and I want to sprint around, and then bad things happen to me. So I have growing plots. I have those right there. I'm constantly growing plots. It's part of being a YouTuber. It's what you do, like, I am plotting to play Shadowrun as soon as possible. And also, I got approached for Vermintide, too. Warhammer. Oh, it opens on its own. That's cool. Alright. I like that. That's pretty swell. It is the future, after all. This, you would assume that that would be an amenity, like a thing you wouldn't have to worry about in the future. But yeah, I got approached by Vermintide as well about covering their game. I don't know exactly what's going to go on with that, but I will say that I am excited about the offer. I'm like, yeah, do I want to play Vermintide on my channel? Please. That's a medic station. I need the medic station and the oxygen station look identical. That is worrying. Oh well. Crap from one of those. We should have enough stuff going around, assuming that doesn't use up too many metal components. That'll take 10. That takes 8. Yeah! We snuck beneath the radar one final time. I'll probably go all in on some components, too. Just make, like, 20 of those. Make, like, 20 electronics. Make, like, not 20 control devices, but definitely enough to where I don't have to worry about it for a while. Those take a bunch of iron ingots, but luckily I have, like, 1,000 iron ingots, so I don't even care. Make some pipes, too. Get that shit going. Make it rock. Perfect. And then at that point, we have an artificial indoor plant. Oh, that's kind of cool. You need plastic raw material. Is that little powdery stuff? That'll be nice for making the whole place look a little bit more organic. We got toilets. We got bathroom vanities. Man, you can do all kinds of cool stuff in this game. Okay. So beautification is definitely going to be an option. I'm just exploring things here. I apologize. I'm forgetting that I have viewers and I'm supposed to be like doing stuff right now to make you all happy. And I am just failing at my duty right now, but I'm waiting on this oxygen station to come through so that we can finish off here. The crafting times are a bit much in this game. I actually think the crafting times are going to turn some people off. A high-pressure O2 tank. Well, it's not pretty in here, but I'll place it. And if we access that, oh, wow, that holds a shit ton of oxygen. Hell yeah. Okay. That's way better than the tanks that I had. That makes me very, very happy. That means that I'll be able to refill probably 10, 15 times from that O2 tank right there. And then by the time that gets done, this should be finished over here. We've got our lights. There's 5 lights. It's the best that I could do for right now, but I'll try and place them in locations where we can make optimal use of them. Got some vertical windows in here, too, that I thought were slats for some reason, so we'll make use of those today, too. And while we wait for all those parts to get done, I was really, really hoping I wouldn't have to, like, wait and build parts in today's, like, batch of episodes. Actually, with this series, you have a better chance than ever of me responding to things you think I should do, because I only record 1 or 2 episodes at a time for this one, because I always end up farming up a bunch of materials, and I just don't think that that's an entertaining way to go through a playthrough. So there's our oxygen station. Cool. We're good to go. We can actually, like, fully cannibalize our other ship now. Everything's looking good. I gotta replace some of these floors. I'll probably do it off camera tonight, though. Instead, what I'd like to do here... You know, we could take it up another layer and make an entire layer of windows up there. Give it kind of like warehouse lighting. That might work. That might work. I do wish, I wish you could rearrange these two if you wanted like a certain thing to build before another thing. We got lights though. Let's put in the lights real fast. We'll do a little bit more renovation. We got lights right there. It looks like they connect to the center of the block in question. I actually kind of like them horizontal like that. I don't know why I like them horizontal like that, but it makes me happy. I figure one above the door would be good, so we'll drop that in right there. One right there. Probably just put them on these corners right here, and that should give us at least sufficient illumination when we come in at night to where we don't bump our noggin on anything and look foolish. This is, however, going to greatly increase our power draw, so just be aware there is a downside to what we're doing right now, and it's going to cost us money. The next time, or Promethium anyways, the next thing we need to do is we need to put in grow boxes. So grow boxes, I don't know how these orient. It looks like the grow box, oh, they go in the ground, huh? Okay, well, that's not so inconvenient. It just means I have to wipe out a layer of blocks right here, which isn't so bad, I guess. Should work out fine, I hope. I'm denting those walls right there, though, because it's like a shotgun. It uses a shotgun blast to destroy the blocks. We are getting the parts back, by the way, in case you were wondering. I think you get, like, some small fraction of the parts back. And because I have 6 of these, I don't have enough grow lamps to get it going just yet. I'm just going to put them right here. That seems pretty good to me. I see no reason not to run it that way. If there is a reason, I'm sure we'll figure it out in the future. We'll drop that right there. Alright. We've got like 1 grow box left. Doesn't really matter because we don't have enough lamps for all of them anyways. But I think the lamps probably positioned like that right there. They probably go along the wall. They probably got some kind of like... Well, we can have a look. I don't know if they attach to a pre-existing block or how these work, but we're going to see how it goes. It looks like you actually connect them to the bottom of a block and they provide light. So I do think we're going to go through a lot of fuel here. I don't know. I mean, honestly, in terms of making it look nice, I feel like the best plan would be just to put them in a row like that up above this. I don't really want to put in a block right there. I mean, I'm going to put in a ceiling anyways, but I don't know if the length of the light is going to be long enough to get down and actually properly use these plots. So for right now, let me check on it actually. I can hit the wiki. Alright, the wiki was a little vague, but at the end of the day, it said that blocks have to be within a certain distance. So it sounds like it draws geometry, and it says that the plants have to be within a certain distance to a grow light. So we'll start with 1, and we'll see what happens here just to conserve power. Oh my god, my cat made a binky. Oh, that is gnarly. Nope, binkies are the polite name for my cat dropping a killer deuce. He just stunk up my whole house. Jesus, man. Woo! It rolled in here like a thundercloud. That is not enjoyable. I should have closed it. I'm in a gas mask, new eyebrows, and everything for this. This is messed up. It's not right, kitty. It's not right. Let's go with the durians. Let's go with the corn sprouts. We got a bunch of stuff in here that I think we'll be able to make use of. I have 5 or 6. I have 5 because the geometry was correct on it with that direct center. Yeah. So let's see if the ones along the edges grow. If they do, then there's nothing else to worry about here. If they doth not, then oh well, I guess we'll cry about it and try again later. But let's get some plants growing because I think food is going to be a concern. At the end of the day, I can just hunt anything. I mean, I've been killing lots of animals and just turning them into sausage, and it seems to work pretty well, but the sausages don't give a that looks like dandelions right there. Apparently a durian, never mind, that's a pumpkin sprout right there. What am I talking about? That definitely looks like a pumpkin vine. Whew, you're in like that acclimation period. Like, you know when a room is really, really stinky? And you've got like, you gotta be in the room for like 6 minutes so like Fox doesn't smell its own hole and all that fun stuff. I'm still inside the acclimation period right now, and it is just all around unpleasant. He's been bitching and moaning all day. I don't know what's wrong with my cat today. He's been like in a mood. Ever since I got up, he's just been screaming his ass off. He is just not happy with something in the world right now, and I'm not entirely sure what he's not happy about. He's not happy about something, and he's trying to tell me about it, and I'm not so sure what I'm supposed to be listening for here. We've got that stuff. I'm just going to throw all this back in the box. Back in the box with ye. And so in you go. I don't need the extra grow plot. Although I do think I will probably have to use one eventually in order to make this all work. But for right now, I believe... I mean, some renovations might be cool. We might be able to work on one of the walls in here. Now, what this does mean is that from now on, like, I have to run the power. I don't really have a choice because we've got grow lights and everything else going on. I don't even know if I can turn these off like a light switch or anything. Oh, you can. Does that turn off? Oh, it turns off the whole building. Oh, my God. Okay. So maybe... You know what would be cool? It'd be awesome if they came up with a system like kind of like Redstone, where you could have a light switch, and then you could have either an invisible or visible wire that runs to all of your lights, and then through that one switch, you could be like, nah, we're not doing that today, and you could turn out certain parts of your power structure so that you wouldn't have to worry about. I'm going to refill real fast while I'm here. BT dubs. While we're in the vicinity. Do I have any sausage? Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a little bit hungry right now. I'm feeling the desire that only sausage can fulfill. Let's throw that in real fast. Yep, eat that with your mouth. I mean, you can, I guess you can... I don't think that's going to work, actually. I was going to be like, well, you can insert it rectally. No, that won't work. That won't work. You can't absorb nutrients through there. That's a bad plan. Maybe you can. I don't know things about biology. I know that if you put liquor in your butt, it makes you get drunk, way more drunk, and it makes you, like, die. It's really kind of a bad plan. You probably shouldn't. Oh, we're completely out of fuel over here? Well, damn, car. All right, let me help you out then. I need more fuel packs, like, super bad. We are going to be hurting if I don't find myself some more fuel packs really, really soon. Okay, so that's everything we've got for right now. I'm going to play around with... I'm going to play around with an idea over here that I think might look better than the triangles. Like, I think I might be able to make this happen in a way that is more satisfactory than it currently is taking place. It will require some acumen with regards to building, though, which unfortunately is just something that I do not have. So let's say that I do this right here. I don't have my jetpack on. And let's say that I do this. Oh, that'll reach. Never mind. Let's say that I do this. It's not going to look good right there, but I think I can fix that. I think there's another block that I saw that'll fix that. That is not what I took. There we go. That looks cool. That looks cool. I accept. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it into that weird wiggly spot right there, though. I don't want more than one block. I just want the... Oh, it did them all. Okay, well, that works. That actually sort of looks better, and I think I can cap those right there in a way that will make it look suitable. Like, there's kind of like this rounded out block that they have. That one right there. A whole herb. I don't know if we need the half round or if we need the quarter round to make this work. What is that right there? Let me take a look at it first. That looks like it could be functional. If I could actually see through the little grid thing to see what it's doing right now. I think... Well... If I get it to go like that... Yeah, that might actually work. Would you looky there? It solved itself. Done solved itself. Okay, so all I have to do right there then is drop in a... What block would I put right there, though? That's still going to be a weird gap on the corners, which I don't like. Like, I like what's going on right there, but I got to figure out a way to fix this right here. I think there's a very specialized block for that called like an invert block or something like that that might make it work. Those were half rounds that I was using right there, right? So with a quarter round right here... Sorry, I'm still learning the building system in this game. Like, I'm still playing around with it. And there's a very specific way that developers expect you to make things look round. And you can sort of learn it by looking at your pod over there. Like, the way that they've made everything sort of blend together. But it doesn't really tell you what the parts are in order to make that work. And so I find myself staring at things a lot in this game, trying to figure out exactly how they weaseled things together geometrically. And believe me, you can do some pretty cool weaseling in this game. I've seen some ships that look... absolutely ridiculously cool. They look like they were designed by somebody with like an art degree. They probably were, in all honesty. Alright, so let's jump up here. We got a couple of minutes left. I'm going to draw this one a little bit long because I know it hasn't exactly been the most fascinating episode, but still. Let's drop these into here. I'm going to try and get this all caught up with that interior part right there so that we can put in the next floor. Jump up on top of this block. Put that right there. Looks good. That is not what can I cancel that out? Is there any way to stop this from happening now that I've already clicked? Shit. Well, damn. I figure it was probably going to happen either way, so let's go ahead and we'll just fill this in. That looks fine to me. Yep. Good, good, good. This layer right here was going to be window. And then I wasn't totally sure how I was going to weasel this all together. Because I wanted there to be blank space so that the window could be used by both. Well, we already installed lighting down here, so maybe put in windows right there. And then we just sort of like make it work. I don't know. I still have no idea how I'm going to fix that block right there, but I need to before I go any further. Let me see if I can drop down on this damn thing. It's going to be kind of hard to fix, but there we go. Alright, so we fixed that right there. It's obvious to me we're not going to be able to put in a block right there that is square, because it's going to look weird if I do that. It's going to have like a weird edgy thing right there that sticks out. Yeah, it does. It has a little tail corner that sticks out. And I don't like that at all. That bothers me. And so I can see if any of my other blocks will fit in here. They've got a half round, and they've got a curved quarter. And I'm sort of wondering if I could get this... in here and there. I have trouble visualizing it in my head. Sorry guys, I'm not good at geometry. So in my head I have a hard time visualizing it, and unfortunately, yeah, that's not going to fill the entire space. I need something that is... I mean, a square might be the best that we could do right there. I think a square might be the best. I mean, and there's no reason to fully fill that spot, by the way. We can save on building materials by just being like, bam. It doesn't look super pretty, but it doesn't look unmanageable either. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. It's kind of like agape infatuation, but still would change it if I had the power to. If I had the power, I totally would. Still, I'll fiddle with it off camera for a while, see if I can make it work. There's probably a block that they've designed for just that situation to help a whole round turn a corner. Seems kind of obvious to me, so I'm sure they thought of it as well. We need to put in the ceiling right here, although those need to be interior blocks. if I'm going to put those in right there. So let's just work on the walls for a minute. Jump back up in here, and we just barely made it. Let me play around with the windows for a second, and then we'll get up out of here. So with the windows, what we could do is use a little bit of natural lighting right here for the upper floor. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. And then what we could actually do is we could use this center space for whatever it is we're going to do. And then we could just have catwalks that walk out to the side so that you could look out of any window if you wanted to. Might be kind of a cool thing to play around with, but I think it'll probably turn out all right. I definitely don't think the weird scaffolding structure we have down here looks suitable for holding this whole thing up. Definitely feeling like that's not structurally sound. Probably going to get us into trouble. May have to drop a few more and expand the foundation a little bit. But anyways, this is Empyrion with Splattercat. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I realized it was a little bit more low-key than some of the previous ones. We have, like, episodes where we do a lot of active stuff, and then we have episodes where we kind of just, like, chill for a while and do some things. And I think that's sort of the nature of the beast here. I will see you all next time. Hi, do everybody. This is Empyrion. Check it out down below. It comes out Wednesday. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. And so it comes out tomorrow morning, which would be pretty cool. Although by the time you see this, it'll more than likely be Friday or so. So anyways, I'll see y'all later. Hi, do everybody.